scrape it in up here. Up here. Up here. Something like that. And we're just going for a background color right now. Same as last one. But we're going to do some more grumpy looking clouds. So, this color, a little bit of white, a little bit of this, and then we're just going to go up here and start mixing around. And we want full sweeps. We want these types of ends. We don't want, like if you go here and stop, and it looks like that, we don't want that. We want full sweeps here. Full sweeping motions. In the middle, I want to leave a little white, so it's not going to be as dark. It's these corners up here. These corners are going to be real dark, which is fine. Oh, this is so much better than the last one because it's just gliding around. A lot better with the oil in this one. And this one's almost big enough where we could use a 2-inch brush, but I don't have a 2-inch brush here, so I can't use it. But it's almost big enough. Almost. Not quite. Alright, I'm going to go back up in here. This corner, pick up some more gray, work further down. Just make the whole thing gray. I'll go left to right. Much better with the 2-inch brush, but this is fine. This will work. Okay, now we're going to do some grumpy clouds. Do some grumpy clouds. Take the 1-inch brush, and we're going to dip it in the gray color. The darker colors look more grumpy. So, I'm just picking up as much as I can. Tapping it around, making sure it's evenly distributed. Just like that. All right, now we're gonna start. We're gonna start where we're gonna start. Let's start at the top up here. On grumpy cloud. Just like that. Here's our grumpy cloud. We'll do another one over here. He comes up here like this. There we go. Grumpy clouds. Then we'll take this brush and just go over the bottom. Spin it around. Very grumpy. Pull up around this one too. Work the backs, sides. This one's a very grumpy cloud. He didn't get enough sleep. That's me without the coffee in the morning. There we go. I'm going to put a big old mountain in the middle, so I'm not too worried about the sides here. Maybe we'll add one more cloud on the left up here. It's going to just doing little circles here and there. Something like that. Spin it around. Again, if I had the 2-inch brush, it would go faster, but I don't have one here. Oh, this is my 2.5-inch brush. That was the best. Well, I just need to find someone who can make them. In the EU, if anyone knows, just let me know. There you go. You can also make this look like snow, but I don't really want to do that. Alright, there's our not horizon line, but our A line of some sort. I'm going to add one more layer of clouds here at the bottom. Oh, that's not good enough. There we go. Just darken this one up a little bit more. I don't know, I just didn't like how light it was. Two hairs and some hair there, and then we'll throw a mountain right in there. One here, one there, one there. Okay. That's our plan. And the nice thing about a big canvas is we can throw in a cabin. So there will be a cabin in this one too. I'm just throwing in some water down here. I don't know if there will be water, but I'm thinking I will have some water. Make sure it's kind of straight. Doesn't have to be too straight, but straight enough. There. Okay. Good, good. Mountain time. Not time to spill the oil. Mountain time, okay. Let me do two mountains. I need more of this color. So this is blue, brown, blue and brown. Prussian blue, Van Dyke brown. Alright. And we'll take, this is thin white. I don't really want to use the thin white for this, so I'm going to grab, that's a lot of blue in there. Here we go. That should be enough. Darker color. Oops, bumped the camera. Alright, big mountain right back here. Not big enough. Big mountain. I think I can darken this a little bit, but if it's a distant mountain, it should be okay. And this one I will tap out the bottoms because it's big enough where it makes sense. Give a little jiggle and a pull. A little jiggle and a pull. Up here. Just try and get as much of the paint off as we can. There we go. You can already see kind of the ridge line that I put in there because of the glare in the screen. Okay. Probably should have planned this one out a little bit more too. But I don't know. I think it'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. All right, let's do some highlights on this one. I kind of got this big blob of paint, so I'm going to use it. I know it's probably not the smartest thing because this is like using liquid white for a highlight. Which you never do. I mean, you never, not never. Never say never. If you want to use it, you can. But normally you don't. I'm going to bump this camera 1,000 times today. one a couple more times just to lighten him up. Something like this. And we'll add a little bit of the darker color there. My hand's getting a little shaky. That's how you know it's been painting a little too long. But I also carried all these paints over here, so that's why it's a little harder. I'm gonna need a little bit lighter color here. I'm not liking how this highlight looks. These down here, that's a little too bright. Actually, almost looks a little better, so maybe we'll drop that in up top. Something like that. And I'm going to blend out the bottoms. Blend out the bottoms, you just smack it with this guy. And you blend up, gentle. There you go. It's a little hard to see with the hand there, but hopefully it comes out okay. You can see it. Alright, now I'm going to do a big old mountain up here. Big old mountain. And just white paint all over my face. Alright, the very dark paint. Something like this. Where do we want? I want it to honestly be up here. So let's do a really tall one. Start up here. Maybe he has another one that comes down in here. I'm going to cover up the edge of that. I'm picking up some white here, so it's okay. Maybe he comes in here. It's going to use up most of that color. And I'm going to try and do my best to connect these two. Something like this. There we go. This one, he looks a little too round. There we go. Very easy to fix mountains. Just throw a little more paint here and there. Comes out pretty good. Worst case, you scrape it all off and start over. Nothing crazy. All right. All right, let's get some paint on there. Some highlight colors here now. I'll smooth out the bottoms here at some point. There we go. I'm going to keep wiping off this color because I don't want any of that dark color messing up my highlights here. Ooh. Went straight into the oil there. This one's not the best, but that's okay. Or this paint, I mean, is not the best for making mountains. But it gets the job done. practice mountains enough, you can make them with the shoe and a 2x4. The materials stop mattering as much. You still have preferences on the materials. I shouldn't say they don't matter as much, but they're just not as important. When you're first starting out painting, that's one thing I realized. Your materials, they matter a lot when you're starting out. Because otherwise you don't really have... there are some materials that are built to increase your chance of success in a certain style of painting. So if you get like a studio quality paints, like if you're getting Blue Ridge oil colors and you're just starting out painting, you'll notice that your paintings come out a little bit, they're easier to do. Same way if you're doing the Bob Ross style paintings, you'll notice that using Bob Ross oil paints tends to work a little bit better. But after a long time, you just kind of learn how to use a specific tool, and that's what you work with. So, at least that's my opinion on it. I mean, everybody's got their own opinions. I'm just going to tap this with the 1-inch brush. Make it look like there's a mountain here or something. Section, so I'm going to just destroy it, pull it away. Alright, and then we're going to take this and I'm just going to start pulling down. So we'll have a reflection of this mountain here. There we go. Alright. We do some big trees, big puffy trees. Palm trees. At some point I gotta start doing my day job, but there's always time for that. Alright, let's grab... Oh, something here smells terrible. I don't know what it is. I think it's just this paint. I want to do a fan brush tree. I feel like just putting some bushy trees over here is fine, and then maybe couple of fan brush trees over here. So let's just do that. Just use my brown blue mixture on the brush. Let's just put in a couple of these here to cover up this bottom spot of the mountain. Also, I haven't been straightening out my trees. Normally I do that. Because normally what I'll do is I'll take the palette knife in there and smack it a few times. Yeah, this one's going to be kind of similar to the last one we did, but maybe less snow. Do another tree in here. Cover up this spot. I won't need a third one because I went too far that way. So let's do that like so. Trees cover all the areas you don't like. There we go. Alright. Pull these down. I should actually add in a water line back there before I get too far. Let's do that real quick. Something I didn't do, but always helps. Helps with the detail a little bit. I don't want it to be super white because it's in the shadows, so I just go over it a few more times. looks a little weird. There we go. Wipe palette knife off again. Throw in some trees here on the left. I'm thinking bushy trees on the left. What do we think? What do we think about bushy trees over there? Yeah, good bushy trees. Okay. I'm doing the. I put these streams up as members only, just so they don't show up to everyone, because I really don't want to wake people up if they're in the East Coast or West Coast of the U.S. Because I know that's where most of my viewers, I feel like, are Midwest, West Coast. Some East Coast. I mean, there are some Central or Eastern time, but majority, from what YouTube's telling me and what people have told me, is they're on the Midwest. But I make them public eventually. I think right now, oh, here I am making a regular tree. This isn't a puffy tree. Oh well. I do just have, I think there is only one member right now. That's Barry. So again, shout out to Barry. Thanks for supporting me. It means a ton. Hopefully you're not getting woken up by the bit rate of 0. That's not good. Did my internet conk out? No. Let me check the sound real quick. It might have died. Hopefully you're not getting woken up by the bit rate of 0. That's not good. Well, it's still going. I don't know what this is. Sometimes YouTube just freaks out about nothing. It's weird. There we go. There's that nice spot for a cabin in there. We gotta make it a little dark. Darker. As Bill Alexander says that. There's our nice little cabin spot. And then pull this down. I might actually extend this a little bit. Right here. Ooh, yeah. There we go. That should be good. We can always extend it again if we want to. Nothing is stopping us. All right, I'm taking my little thin white here. This is on these trees over here. Just gonna pop in some flare on them. Some of them, if you don't like, I mean, you can just tap them a few more times. It doesn't matter. There you go. I might add some bushes in there too, but I think that's good for that one. This side will be a little bit brighter. I'm just using up that leftover white and whatever this gray color mixture is. All right, before we go too far, we got to cut in the cabin. So let's do that real quick. All right, there he is. The outline of a cabin. We start with brown. Move this out of here. Try not to hit the bottom. Actually, this is going to be very hard not to hit the bottom. So flatten that out here. Grab some more brown. Try and do it on this side. It's a little trickier because I can't really turn my knife like this. That's the lowest angle I can hit with that. So I just have to hope for the best here. There we go. Something like this. Add a little eave on top. Pop in some trees around the back. Let's see if we can get this in like this. It didn't come out so good. That's what happens when you get this sticky paint. Sticky paint. There we go. There we go. I'll try and straighten out the bottom here, if I can. This is much easier with the Bob Ross paints. To be very honest, because it does not stick this much. This is going to be nearly impossible to get this in here. Oh. I mean, if we do it like this, maybe. But I've never done it like that. Oh, wow. A miracle. All right, now I'm mixing up the brown and white. That's a very good color. All right, now we gotta highlight it. Careful though, we don't want to destroy the edge. Not bad. Very hard to do at this angle, especially when you put these at the front. Trying to add a little bit more brown and blue for a door, so it stands out a little bit better. There you go. Then we can always chop in window, not a window, but a eave on the door by sticking this corner of the knife in. Man, my hand is very shaky. Okay. Probably good enough from the cabin. Could be a little wider, could be a little better shape, but I think that's okay for now. If you want, we can add in some icicles, but that should be fine. Alright, let's add in some bushes here. Well, we can just start with this. The rest of this white paint, we're just going to throw in snow. As best we can. I mean, can't do a super good job here, but get it in most of the way. Like all this paint, you know, we gotta use the paint. There we go. Something like that. There's a nice little cabin there. Some brush, shrubbery. I mean, if we wanted, we could always pull it further out this way, but I think that's fine. Little cabin sitting there next to the trees and whatnot. All right. I'll say that's good enough for now. I'll actually sign this one. Unless I forget to keep signing these. I'll do it in a secret spot that only I know. You could probably see too, but okay. All right, there's our 2 mountain paintings. I meant to do more than that, but maybe I'll do a few more tomorrow.